Morocco has a solid pancake game. You know, there's 10 to 14 types of pancakes. Some are sweet, some are savory, some are plain, some with filling, some without filling. But today I'm gonna make the ones that I love the most. You know, the ones that I always ask my family to make for me. And since I learned how to make them, felt like a little bit of a superpower. These are very soft pancakes with a delicious filling, and let's make them together.
In your bread machine bowl, mix 100 grams of fine semolina with 700 grams of all-purpose flour. Then add 4 grams of baking powder and 4 grams of instant dry yeast and mix it all together. Then add 14 grams of salt and mix it again. And here is your friendly reminder that for baking, the metric system is your friend, and I believe that with every inch in my heart. On low speed, start your mixer and then slowly add 500 ml of water. Once the dough bowl is formed, run the machine on medium-high speed for 15 minutes. Then take out the dough and oil the mixer bowl with the baking spray. Run the dough between your hands by folding it into itself. If it's properly kneaded, the surface will stretch, but it won't tear. Return the dough to the ball, cover it with a plastic sheet, and leave it to rest on the counter for 30 minutes. While the dough is resting, we will prepare the first filling. Coat the bottom of your pan with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and then add 250 grams of finely chopped onions and then add 150 grams of finely chopped green peppers, which is about 1.5 peppers, and then add the same amount of red peppers. Now add 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, mix it all together, and then add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and finally half a teaspoon of chili powder. Cook everything on medium heat for about 15 minutes or until they look like this. Once done, let it cool down while we prepare our dough. Get the dough out of the ball, fold it again on itself, and then transfer it to a well-oiled work surface, preferably a stable one. Rotate it against the surface and then cut it into 16 pieces of roughly 82 grams each. Take each piece and spread it, fold it, and gently run it against the surface to create a small ball. Once you are done, transfer them into an oiled oven tray, cover them very well, and let them sit on the counter for 15 minutes. Now we are going to make our second filling by cooking 100 grams of lamb belly fat chopped into small pieces with a touch of olive oil. Cook the fat for 5 minutes on medium heat, and then add a 500 grams or 1 pound of finely chopped onions, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, and the same spices as the first filling. Keep everything moving so nothing sticks and nothing burns. Cook for 15 minutes and then let it cool down, and let's start filling some rghayef. For this part, you need a small bowl of sunflower oil. Dip your fingers in the oil and then apply it to the surface because we are about to do some finger skating. Welcome to the Bad Jokes YouTube channel. Grab one bowl, dip your fingers again and drip some of that oil on it, then gently spread it with your hands flat using mostly your fingertips. Each of these bad boys can be stretched to a circle of 30 centimeters or 12 inches of diameter. You will see some holes here and there, but it's totally fine because we are going to fold it several times. Use 2 pinches of filling and spread it all around. First, fold your dough to the center. And then side to side, and each time apply some oil to stretch the folds and whatever filling is left on your hand. Fold that end to close the rghayef, almost like closing an envelope, and then tuck in the sides. And once you are done, just repeat that 15 more times. Before we cook them, gently stretch them in all directions and of course use some oil. There will again be some tears, but that is okay. Oil a medium hot cast iron or non-stick pan and then gently lay the rghayef in it. Cook each side for roughly 30 seconds to a minute or until you see these gentle scorches. And every time you cook a new one, you want to slightly oil the pan. Now Rghayef hold very well in the freezer, so if you're planning on eating them later, you can slightly undercook them so that you can take them straight out of the freezer into a hot pan, cook for a couple of seconds on each side, and they will taste as good as fresh. And of course serve them warm with some Moroccan mint tea. Now let's give them a test run. They are very soft and absolutely delicious. Think of this recipe as a blueprint because you can fill them up with whatever you like.
So thank you for watching until the end. Do make these at home, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help. And I normally post polls to what I make next, and you can just go in and contribute. They are in the community tab, but feel free to check out the rest of the channel, and I'll see you next time. Take care.